Well, welcome to Things Are Getting a Whole Lot Worse. Make sure you guys smash the and crap out of that subscribe button so you guys don't miss out on more content. So you guys saw in the YCS breakdown this morning that Ryzeal's domination and foothold on the meta has been just I'm taken away by this. Malice representation has pushed down so much that everybody just chose to play Ryzeal this, Ryzeal that during the last 3v3. And I know a lot of people are they're not happy about this. A lot of people were very disappointed that we didn't get a list during this event because it wasn't live streamed. And it's just, you're experiencing a build of Ryzeal that I don't think existed for the OCG. Because if I recall correctly, I don't remember 7 Tachyon and Bonfire existing at max power together. And you're looking at the power that this is given to Ryzeal right now. And it's crazy. You know what the stupid part about this new Supreme deck is? Like, this new form? It's almost like the Fiendsmith version still feels like the better build. And that's mind-boggling to me, that the Fiendsmith cards have just helped this package out so much. Like, I don't know what to say. At this point in time, it's so awful. Like, Ryzeal needs to get checked into some sort of capacity. Konami needs to do something out here. Or Alliance Insight shouldn't have been so far away. There needs to be a shift in the meta right now. And it's not a good thing at all. I don't know, I'm so taken back by the numbers for Ryzeal that, like, the summer meta needs to change or it's going to be bad. So I did mention 7 Tachyon when we were talking about the Ryzeal domination out here. From what my understanding is, if people could get their hands on 7 Tachyon, they were choosing to play it over the weekend. There was a decent amount of people that were playing it with 7th Ascension. I did notice that a few people were just... 7th Ascension was a 1 to 2 of, usually, if you were interacting with Tachyon. The whole reason for that is, honestly, Droll and Lockbird's kind of a little bit of a pain in the butt. But I can also tell you, a friend of mine got his 7 Tachyons, and he was telling me he was playing the deck over the weekend. And he said, you know, you activate the Bonfire, your opponent ashes you. And then you activate the 7 Tachyon, and now your opponent's just, they're pissed at you because, you know, you have the additional Searcher. But, you know, you lose to Droll and Lockbird all the same. When I talk about the consistency has been upped by this, you know, it shouldn't surprise anybody that when you give 4 more, 5 more cards of consistency, remember 7th Ascension is helping you get to these 7 Tachyons. When you give a deck, you know, a huge ceiling power up like this, and you even give them the capabilities to search for Lancia, you know, you're going to curve stomp Malice even harder. Finding those power cards that allow you the chance to make these matchups even more favorable for you it's crazy. I'm really surprised we haven't seen 7 Tachyon, you know, going a little bit more sideways with this. I am also not surprised to see, you know, how much people are excited about this, though. 7 Tachyon actually did make people pretty happy, but it's bad. Metaltronus. So, Metaltronus has been doing quite the interesting things. If you want to beat Ryzeal, your best case is going to be having access to Metaltronus. Because spot removaling a detonator and forcing your opponent not to be able to do a gosh darn thing about it is going to be one of the biggest things that you can do. And I don't think a single person is really going to argue that. But you've also had people out here that were playing Ragn Affinity as well. A few people were telling me, they're like, oh, you know, that's a target for Metaltronus. And I'm like, okay, I mean, I guess. We're really experimenting out here with the things that we can do with Metaltronus. Metaltronus, it really This card in the OCG, like, saw no play whatsoever. There was maybe one or two scenarios that you would see it, but come TCG, this has been our card, man. This has been one of the strongest anti-meta choices that, things like Malice are able to access. While you do have Ryzeal basically being a tier 0 dominant meta force out here, being able to toss in something like this to counteract the meta, I'm almost wondering if we're going to see a hit to Metaltronus in the future. I do not think the Metaltronus should be hit. I'm going to toss it out there. But I think Konami could potentially be looking at this card for, what it has done. Or, maybe they're just going to be like, oh, hey, we can make this an OTS LT in the future. Yeah, I can't wait for, what is it, the summer or later OTS. They're going to take a look at Metaltronus and they're going to go, oh, hey, you guys really wanted that card as a rarity upgrade, right? Well, don't worry. We got you. We'll go ahead and you can add this on into the collection of things. Odeon. So for those of you that were paying attention out of the course of the weekend here, Odeon actually performed. And I don't know why people are surprised to see Odeon perform. Are people allergic to trap decks? Like, is that what's been happening out here? Because I swear, every time I see a trap deck kind of come out of nowhere, people are just like, oh, I can't believe that. How could you play a trap? It's like, no, stop it. Let back row decks actually combo up and do what they need to do, man. Like, it's definitely got one of the most unique play styles that we've seen out here. And you know what? You get to act like Odeon. All right? You actually get to play a competent Battle City deck. I think that's Konami's, like, big thing that they've wanted is they want to take characters from the original anime and they want to make their decks competitive. Even if Odeon's going to be, like, decently okay for the next couple of months, screw it, man. Let people act like they want to be Odeon. Let them, you look at the Winged Dragon or Raw and be like, get over here, chicken. And they're like, you're not Merrick Ishtar. And they're like, I don't care. And he's like, I'm not attacking. And they're like, okay. That's the whole thing. The amount of people that are excited to play Odeon, you're never going to believe this. But like I said, this deck has its own dedicated fan base. People love character decks, and I think Maze of the Master has been a fantastic job every year at doing that. I mean, last year you got to be Joey Wheeler. What was it? A couple years before that, you got to be the Paradox Brothers? I was a Paradox, bro. I trust. Trust me, as a Gate Guardian main, that was some of the most fun I have had out here. But yeah, Odeon doing Odeon things, cards going up in price, kind of fluctuating as people are just like, yeah, Swamp Deity, the Apophis, bump it. Yeah, it's real. Blue Eyes. Hi, Blue Eyes. How are you guys? Blue Eyes still is the third best deck in the room, contrary to, the one Mermail player that kind of bumped over the number. I think kind of going forward here that's not going to change. Your fluctuation is like Ryzeal's way up there and Malice is here and then Blue Eyes is kind of down here. I think Blue Eyes Primite still performs. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about that for how things are going. I understand that, no, Robbie, Blue Eyes is a bad deck. It's still doing so well on the regional level. All right, Drill Beam is a stupid card, man. We understood that the first time that we saw Drill Beam come through and start interrupting things, and it's still going to continue to be the case. All right, the Blue Eyes Bros are still going to enjoy the deck, and that's not going to change. I will tell you, though, nobody's dedicating side deck cards to this. I think that's the other cool thing is most of the generic cards that hit Blue Eyes, they're there. I mean, you're not bringing in Lancia. Metaltronus. I did see a Metaltronus side decking the, the Blue Eyes Spirit Dragon, the big level 12 that we just got for a Metaltronus target. And I found that to be freaking hilarious. That somebody was so angry at Blue Eyes that they counterpicked it as a side deck target. Yeah, that was very real, but this meta is not interesting anymore.
and we're so far away from change. It's gonna be a rough good couple weeks. But what do you guys think? Please leave a comment down below. Tell me what you guys think. See your beautiful faces back here later today, guys.
Patrons, thank you.
Thank you so much for watching. Check out these other videos.